Alright, we're talking about making a recording template in FL21. The first thing I like to do is open up a blank project, set my BPM to 100, just because it's just like a fucking flat number, I guess. Track 1, audio track, insert 1. Alright. Track 2, insert 2. You're gonna do this up to fucking track 30. So get used to doing this shit, because it's gonna be a minute. So I'm just gonna go ahead and track every single one of these out. I mean, you don't have to go to 30, but I'll go up to 10 for this example, right? And then I'll show you my actual template. Alright, first track, rename, instrumental. Alright, color, I pick like a MIDI, I usually like do one of these blues. Track 2, recording track. And there's me only mic'd up track of the project, right? No, that's not good. That's not really a good red. Show you like a nice like pink color. These recording tracks, something like that. All right, mic it up, off, in 1. All right, you can either, so now you can see my mic's going off. It's picking up in the mixer as well. All right, next thing, go to 125 and just highlight everything up to 115. Dock 2, right. All right. Go to claps. Next thing we're gonna do is master. If you have a master preset you like to use, then load that shit, turn it off. Instrumental, put the volume at like 40. That way you can record. I mean, if you like to record a live beat, then go ahead. Alright, track, record, auto-tune. I would do artist or like EFX. I want to do pro because pro typically has a lot more CPU usage. So here's artist. Put your voice mode that you normally use, and then just leave the key as whatever, and put the retune on like whatever you normally use for your voice. Just what you put in the settings that you usually use. Obviously you'll change every song, so now I'm just gonna copy this track like that, right? But just because it has the auto-tune on it, I'm not gonna mic it up or anything. And I'm just gonna keep duplicating this over and over again until I fill out all my tracks. Alright, now all these tracks are filled out, I'm gonna start labeling them. So this be chorus lead 1, and I'm gonna rename the second one be chorus lead 2. Alright, next one be verse lead 1, rename lead 2. Alright, let's say you wanna do some ad-libs, ad-lib lead 1. Ad-lib lead 2. So you want this one to be like intro lead 1, right? You want some crazy ass intro that doesn't use ad-lib mixing. Alright, after that, I'll tell you my way I label things color wise, right? Audio tracks go left to right, and mix tracks go right to left. So this way the color separation is always there. You've seen my project files before, so everything's always done. And the recorded instrumental track, I want those to be different, so I leave those like that. Alright, open up your side panel where you have everything set. First one, main mix. Now you don't have to copy me, but that's what I do. Alright, next one, backing vocal mix. Next one, ad-lib mix. Next one will be delay 1/8. Delay 1/4, delay 1/2. Next be low verb, mid verb, high verb. And these last two, you can use these for whatever you want them to be. So I think on mine, I actually have way more tracks than this. I don't know, you'll see that in the end. But I like to use this as a doubler one. And then this last one, I like to use this as a spiral delay, which I'll just load because I don't feel like remaking the preset. There it is. Alright, time to do routing. So route verse leads to main mix. Ad-libs can go to ad-lib mix. Intro can also go to backing vocals. Alright. Color everything. 1, 2, 3, Alright, now right, main mix. Route this to all of these, except this one. Got the spiral, and just turn these all the way down. And then we'll get into setting up the plugins in a second, but we just want the tracks to be set up first. Gonna repeat that process for these ones. And these knobs are gonna be how you actually adjust the volumes for every single track. Because the advantage to this is that you'll be able to, say you don't want the ad-libs to have reverb, but you want the backing vocals too. That's what you can do. Alright, 1/8 delay, H delay, 1/8, analog off, output on like 4, feedback on 30. Keep it simple. Alright, I also like to put Pro Q3, put a phone EQ. And you can do this with stock like free plugins like Time 444 or whatever those are, but I don't do all that shit. Delay. I also love my preset that I use. This is the preset I use on all the songs I do. Delay 1/2. Half note delay. Put this all the way down to 1/2. Analog off always. Output on like 2 for this one. Feedback on 30. And then I always like my 1/2s to be phone EQ along with my 8ths. It's not required, but low verb, right? Gonna use reverb on this one and use the factory vocal plate. And you're gonna turn down the size to like 60. Alright, mid reverb, I like to use Valhalla Verb. Preset plates, a vocal plate, put the decay in like 3.5. Last one, high verb, we're gonna do Valhalla and you're gonna do Vox plate instead. And this one's gonna be a decay of like 4. And then S1 imager, put on 2.5. And I'll show you guys what all this stuff does later. Turn this off, close that. Alright, main mix. I like to put on 2 blank EQs first, because you're gonna EQ every song differently. Next, I'm gonna go C4 stereo, normally pop vocal, whatever one you use on your voice. Typically, vocal or pop vocal, or where is it at? Where's Dave? Here, Pensado vocal is another really good one. Just depends on your voice and what you mix. Next up, I like to just put on a de-esser. And I know I normally hit around the 4.7 area, and I put on like -40. And that will keep the S's nice and away. After that, SSL channel, lead Vox. After that, compression, lead vocal, 18. Alright, copy this mix track. Oh. Rename this. Backing, and then you want these to be less compressed, so change that to that. Right, and then I also like to put an imager around 1.3 on my background vocals, and then on my main vocal it'll be like a 1.1, just to give it a little bit of space. Alright, copy this over to my ad-libs, and what I'm gonna do is slide everything down. I'm gonna put on another EQ, be a phone EQ, and I'm gonna mute it. SSL, Lord Alge, Filter Vox 2, or CLA Lead Vox are the ones I would recommend. Ad-libs, compress the shit out of these, put it down like that, and then bring this back in very low. Rename, ad-lib mix. Right, now we have these delays set, and all these, and everything's properly routed to the correct places. It's really just that simple to create a template. After that, you go up here, save as template, recording, new. Do that, and then you'll see it up here. And so I typically don't put anything else on this. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll just put a compressor straight on the recording track, and then right, So this way, let's just say that I do a take, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, do that, and I'll move it down. Now it has a new mix on it because it's on playlist track 3. Right? And so say now I need 1/2 to land that. Alright, 20. And so say I want some high-end reverb, put on like 30, and I'll come through. But now if I put this on the intro track, since the intro track is not on the same mix plus, so I'm backing, it won't have it. See, put this up. Now I'll have low reverb. And then make sure you just delete this shit out of the playlist because it will copy over to the project file of every session you do. So I would not record inside of your playlist. Okay, one last thing I like to do before I set my project file is I like to go over to my instrumental track. I'm gonna put auto key on it. Auto key is always the best, but it works most of the time. And also gonna go ahead and put on Saturn on the instrumental track. And I'm gonna turn the drive all the way down and leave the level up at 0. And you'll adjust that per instrumental you're working with. And yeah, so you can also do like some backing box on this or whatever if you want to. And then now all these have auto tune on them, they're ready to go. You put in your key, you just click record, you go, man. It's really simple. All right, see you guys later. Have a good day.